Alright guys, welcome everyone. Let me actually check if there's anyone in here. Alright, few people. Alright, welcome everyone. This is one of our, I think it's actually first season 8 match that's going on. There's a couple more in 1 hour, but we picked this one to cast. I'm here with Wop, the special analysis guy.
Hello.
And we are gonna be seeing Funny Bubblers versus Flightless Lerks on a tram, then later on Biodome. It's gonna be 4 rounds. Normal NSL match proceedings. I think both teams are quite ready, so let's go.
It's gonna be the Cold War 2.0 here, Russians versus Americans.
Oh, that's true actually.
No hard feelings, guys. It's all a game. And actually, I just want to say, like, it's season 8 now, and NS2 is still going, still going on. I wouldn't say going on strong, but it's still going on. 8 seasons is pretty good for an indie game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite awesome. Actually, funny thing is, season 9 might be stronger than 8, since we have some teams like Aegis saying that they cannot play this season, but they will gladly come back and play in season 9. So this is like interim season. I tried to call it season 7.5, but they wouldn't let me, the other admins, so.
Bastard admins.
Yeah, admin abuse.
I'm excited about what UW might bring when they come back. I mean, if they say they've got a plan to make millions, you look at the big games like LoL, Dota, and CSGO, and they have great competitive scenes. So I'm really hoping that they kind of bring in some sort of drastic improvement to the spectating, or announce a tournament, something like this, to spark interest again. And I really do think that sparking competitive interest is what will generate these, millions that UW is looking for.
Oh wow, you are feeling it, right? Like, I mean, so far I didn't see much. Have you gone through the suggestions forum? It seemed pretty funny.
The new beta website thing.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I had a link somewhere. Hold on. I will have to see what's happening.
Is he a teammate?
No, he's the teammate, but they can't have 7 people on the server.
Yeah.
Right, so what was I saying? Now there's like Ghoul, someone put up
Yeah, I know what you're talking about then. The suggestion wish list.
Yeah, suggestion / wish list, whatever you wanna call it, where you can like make essays and write about what you like to see in NS2. It got quite filled, but I gone through it just a bit, but I didn't see anything like worldly in there. It was mostly like fix hit track and
I kind of feel like NS2 has become that car that guy just fixes up every weekend. I feel like it's potentially losing its viability as a product, and it is becoming more of a hobby for these people, which I wouldn't be disappointed by, but I do think it's a bit dangerous to try and spark interest by saying, oh yeah, we envision making millions out of this game, we're gonna come back and make it awesome. I think that's a bit disingenuous, and I hope UW doesn't do this classic hype and then massively under-deliver.
Well, they are not saying anything actually. They are like sparking an interest, but there's nothing concrete. That's what they are trying to do. They're trying to find what's viable. They don't know what to do yet. They really want to do it, or some of them at least, like old CDT members, or the ones that got hired by Unknown Worlds, and Hugh. Even though some people don't like him, he's undoubtedly the only one who really cares about NS2 on Unknown Worlds right now, so let's see what he can bring.
I think a few things they need to address is probably the hit reg, mass marketing campaign to get a huge player base, and then the skill separation. I think if they can just get those things, then the game will be quite good. But I think the problem the problems we're seeing in the NSL, where low divisions struggle with Marine wins and high divisions struggle with Alien wins, might transfer to public if you have a large player base.
Let's continue that in this next break. Okay, let's go for the first round. Alright guys, welcome to the round 1 between Funny Bubblers and Flightless Lerks. We have aliens, Flightless Lerks spawning, down, shipping, and it's a server room spawn for the Marines. 2 going platform 3 into mezzanine. IDDQD is already pushing up, but he's got 3 skulks around him. Is that gonna be a crush?
Yeah, so the aliens didn't go gorge early. And the Marines went second IP instantly, although no one's jumped out to build that yet.
Yeah. Alright, just like small shootouts between Meza Hub and Elevator Transfer. The 3 Marines are hugging each other. So it's mostly just parasites. Alright, 2 skulks down. And 1 Marine down. Actually, Aqua's coming in there. Can he take Lagomos out?
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, what a cleanup.
The second IP isn't built, so that's 3 guys dead, and they're gonna take... they're gonna take a long time to respawn. But Rebel gets out into warehouse and he clears up this North Skulk, so he's gonna be able to begin capping, and Bounty's blocking this hub lane. So the Marines haven't really lost anything, except for they're not gonna be able to pressure. But aliens are expanding a little bit slowly, going for the Crag and a Drifter and logistics, sending cysts out, but still haven't dropped observation yet.
Yeah, that's something you will see later on as Funny Bubblers when they play aliens. They really like low-res games, kinda. I will go ahead and res-bite the hell out of you, but now we finally see some expansion system into repair room and observation, and maybe a bit towards elevator transfer. But IDQD holds his ground. Ace is quite a bit chipped. Might want to go into mezzanine res-bite, but not sure he's gonna get through. Warehouse being res-bitten now, and how many Marines? You get 1 Marine in a spawn queue now. Okay.
Yeah, you just missed that. There was 1 Marine playing on an ambush in warehouse, and he just it's as if the aliens saw him go there, and 2 aliens just pounced on him, and that entire north side got exposed. So now we're seeing Marines still having to kind of rotate all around their res. They haven't been able to cap all the way up to ore and establish a line. And this means that the pressure's going to be really slow.
And this was really nice. Job was really slowing down both of those Marines in warehouse. Let the second Skulk bite down that RT, and that puts Marines on 4 RTs. Aliens are on 3 right now. It's a Craig Hive. Let me see. First shell is coming up.
But if you look, in about 15 seconds, Lerks will come up, and Crags on both natural RTs are going to make it really difficult to pressure. I think what Flightless Lerks really needs to do now is appreciate that the Marines are playing slow, and they're just trying to zone the map, playing solo quite often. They need to group and crush, and these Lerks will have time to be able to rotate to the naturals when they're under pressure.
Yeah, so far Marines are recapping. There's not much pressure just yet, but the Lerks are up. Oh, Yop is getting quite low there.
Joe
wow!
taking a lot of damage.
Having a hard time to get out of there.
I think the aliens really need to decide now what they want to do. If they're going to go for elevator presence to try and soak up a lot of Marine pressure in there whilst they break through and res-bite north side, or if they're just going to try and fast expand all the way up the west side to get up to warehouse nice and early. It looks like they're trying to split, and they are winning most of the engagements.
That's the main thing for them right now. Alright, Lagomos goes down. That clears up the right side somewhat. ET is open for res-biting. What's Rekner doing here with Delta K? Delta knows what's happening there. He was expecting him. Clears that up. Gonna finish ore processing. Lerks are kinda split, that's interesting. Could be very dangerous.
Yeah, what I really like to see is the aliens picking up the pace and really taking the fights to the Marines, because the Marines are so...
Now look at the AWP, yeah, there we go. He's alone, he's got 2 Marines there. I know Lagomos, he used to play for an On Fire back in the days. He was always a pretty good shot. Might be rusty on, you know, gameplay and game sense, but his shooting is still pretty good. We'll see that maybe later on. Alright, Logi was cleared.
I am a bit concerned that this alien commander is dropping crags on every single resource tower, because I mean they've got 3 shells up. The Lerks should be able to heal with regen, although Caltech took Carapace, which I think is quite interesting. But I mean, where's all this team res going in the long run? I mean, are they afraid of the Marine pressure? Because the Marine pressure's been pretty ineffectual. So why aren't they doing biomass? Why aren't they preparing the hive? Why aren't they, you know, all these things that could help the life forms take the engagements later in the game?
Now, is it possible that they have a set plan at the beginning and they are not really keen on deviating from it? As in, like, okay, let's slowly expand, make it secure with the cracks, you know?
Yeah,
see what side we can get. Now repair, there is a shade, so that's gonna be a second hive, I presume.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they've got this set plan, and they're not really flexible. And it's great. It's great that they're expanding slowly. They're cautious. They don't want to waste team res. But then, the Marines have played so slowly to get their res up. The aliens have the time to be able to expand quicker. I mean, look at this. 2 Marines in observation, not a single Skulk dies. So that's a lot of res biting power still alive.
Alright, team kills are still going kind of towards the Marines, but aliens are closing that gap. Like really, right now it seems like the Skulks are pretty eager to engage the Marines. They don't really care.
Well, I think Aqua did a fantastic job early game getting so many kills that the Marines are way far behind.
And look at this, you get 3 Marines at the, 3 Skulks at the platform, you get 4 Marines out of position completely. 2 ET, 1 coming back, Delta is actually rotating from Mesa to platform.
But this is the thing though, when that Lurk can solo play, because the Marines aren't putting enough damage into them, the Skulks can pack up, and when Skulks pack up on your res, it can be such a nightmare to clear them. If they win 1 or 2 engagements whilst res biting, they get so much map control. Wow. Look at this, they lost warehouse and platform.
Both, and even the small pressure that was coming into observation was cleared by that Lurk using the crack and another Skulk for a help, so... Exactly. Now they'll be able probably to take Ore down. Rebel isn't... he's parasited, so he's not gonna ambush anything.
And I like that. Reknet parasited and then fell back. He didn't try and take the engagement. Now he's doing economic damage, and the Lurk's gonna creep up on Rebel and kill him. And Rebel's on his own at the... you know, he's on the perimeter of the north side defense. If he dies, then the Marines have exposed their north side res again.
Oh, there we go, that RT is gonna go down. Do they even wanna pick him? No, the Lurk decides to back off. So we got a Gorge up. Is that a Commander Gorge? Looks like a Commander Gorge, yeah. Where's that hive drop? What's happening here? Is he gonna try to put a tunnel in?
I think he's
gonna
go warehouse, and I really like that. Or is he gonna go ore? That's really nice as well. Because with some clogs, ore can be really difficult to take.
Look at that Lurk getting a shotgun in the face from Bounty, but Bounty is coming in here. The Gorge is alone.
The Fades are about to come through the tunnel if the Gorge can stay alive.
The Gorge needs to come again. Get out for a sec. Heal up. Alright, there we go. That's 1 down. He needs to start healing the tunnel. Ooh, that is quite low.
The other Fades went elevator. He cleared 2 Marines in observation with a couple of Skulks, but really, he should be rotating to ore processing right now.
Oh wow, look at Delta. I think he made a mistake by going after the Gorge into the tunnel. He could have finished the tunnel off, and that would be it. Now, when he came out, the Lurk was there, spiking him down, and now it's alien territory.
Yeah, I think there was a fight going on in the elevator at the same time, and so the commander's meds must have been split over the map. It's so difficult for commanders to be able to med 2 places at once.
Alright, so Marines are trying to get back on the field. Delta is alone against the Lurk in a warehouse. We've got Rebel actually rotating there now. It might be a bit too late. And 2 Marines are trying to set up a PG in a hub. There's a Skulk right there waiting for them.
I like this.
And
The Fades are coming in.
Yeah.
They're coming in nice and early to try and stop this, and the Skulk goes in with the team. This is pretty good team play, actually. All coming in at the same time and targeting the same person as well. That's 2 shotguns down. Now, if they can just kill IDQD before Delta comes in.
Aqua is pretty low. I don't think they will be able to hold these shotties. Actually,
maybe those shotties can be he should be able to.
Yeah.
Whether he's afraid of the Fade or not, though.
But look at this. The Hive has been dropped while all the Marines were on the right side of the map, so they have no idea that's happening.
And Caltech, this entire game has just been holding this north side all on his own. The Marines have been sending 2 Marines to observation and elevator for too much of the game. That this expansion up to ore is so strong now, especially with that gorge tunnel. And another crag. There's 4 crags on the field. I'd quite like to see a 3rd hive dropped, actually. They have the res for it, and they've got the PvE available in elevator. And that would split the Marines. They'd have to go for one of the hives or face 3 hives super early on. And that would mean the PG would be vulnerable or base rush would be vulnerable.
Alright, so the phase gate finally comes up. Did you say ET or warehouse hive?
I'd probably go for elevator, to be honest, because that would bait the Marines into elevators so
yes,
easy.
I mean like a decoy elevator. He could actually maybe drop both, like, there's no carrying aboard, you know?
I mean, why not? He's going for leap and shift dive, which is, you know, not a bad call, but they have the map control now. Marines are on 2-2, so it could be throwing away res.
Alright, Bounty's trying to sneak already. Into observations. 2 Marines holding warehouse. Yeah, Caltech easily cleans up Bounty. And there's Fate and a Skull trying to take on Delta and Lagomas. Alright.
Oh, hub's opening up here though.
Ooh, wow. They actually take both Reknet and Job there. Pretty good shooting.
But Ace is going to go own us any second now. And I think if they just crush hub, they could finish the game.
Yeah, Marines are on 3 RTs. I don't really see them advance much in attack, which they could use, of course. And Anas should be up on us soon. Where is he? No. Not yet. Alright, so are we at that point where Marines are sitting on a gate? No, actually they are spreading out. I'm gonna try to get into repair room 2, maybe 3. Actually, is everyone coming in here? Alright, and aliens are doing the best thing. I don't think so. Now they see it. Oh, there we go.
oh shit, guys, there's a hive.
Yeah, but they also have 3 Skulks in the platform and 3 Skulks coming into
nice.
base.
I like this.
Yeah, it's a good
they're
idea.
going for the power node instead of the PG.
Why not? Why not? Right now, why not?
Well, I mean,
there's a Fade defending them.
The Fade and the Lurk were just in hub. And now Caltech's trapped himself instead of going for the PG. Okay. Basically, what I think should have happened there was the Fade and the Lurk were in North Tunnel scouting hub. They saw the Marines in there. The Skulks, which were in the base, brilliant play. But they should have gone for the PG. This would have bought them time, killing 1 or 2 Marines before the beacon. When the beacon happens, the Lurk is already on the gates in hub. If the Fade's with them as well, that's hub down. It was a really good play. They just executed the wrong targets.
Alrighty. I guess you are right, yeah. That would make much more sense. You know what, I thought those 3 Skulks could take the power down so quickly. It wasn't that case. Alrighty, so now aliens are even spreading into elevator transfer. And you can see there are cracks really on every RT.
Do you see this drifter in elevator? Oh, that's nice. is cloaked underneath the tech point, just giving a bit of
Oh
vision.
yeah, that's a nice position, yeah.
Oh, here comes the Onus Crusher on hub, and they need to build the PG and ore processing now, and then get ready to defend base. And I really think the aliens should follow through
Yeah,
right into base. Base now.
But they decided to go after the tunnel. That's gonna give them up. So aliens now know what's happening in ore processing. And look at that infestation. I really like this when the commanders do this. Aggressive system. He's got the rest for it anyway, so why not?
I wish they'd either drop the third hive and just protect it whilst clearing up marines on the map, or they just went for base. I think they're trying too hard to take the engagements instead of like going for the objective.
It feels like they are playing it slow. If that's the feeling. Not slow, like defensive, I would say.
Cautious, yeah.
Cautious, yeah, that's probably the word I was looking for.
Oh. He's moving that drifter, trying to get him on the edge of the shade radius.
So cool. Alright, there's advanced armory coming up. What's the plan there?
Maybe GLs?
Yeah.
Do the Russians still do that?
Sometimes. But I guess they have a practice with it, so why not?
I think this onus in platform is a bit of a mistake.
But they don't seem to be targeting him. I don't think they even realize there's onus in there, so now...
Oh, the commander's out. There's no PG
yeah.
dropped in hub. All the marines are going to have to run back from Mez. They're going for the PG now, which is a good call. They probably don't realize that there's not a PG in hub.
Right, so PG's down, the marines are coming back.
And they're staying to fight.
Okay, that's quite nice. But the shotguns are there. Onos gets out of there with 640, but the Lurk takes it instead. Maybe trying to defend that Onos, but that wasn't really a problem at the time. Now the Fate could go down. Alright, Aquas is playing it safe.
They can go 3 Onos right now, and I really think they should just pop them out, finish the game.
Yeah, there is no reason to prolong it, like...
I think at this point it would just be the smart thing to do would just be to GG from the Marines.
Are you talking about, like, you know, morale perspective? Like, trying to keep in the game that you know it's lost for very long, get frustrated and stuff?
Yeah, I mean... It's all very well trying to take things to the very end and to the conclusion and practicing aim and things like this, but it can be quite bad for morale, and I didn't feel like there was a lot of team play. I don't know, I felt like there was a lot of frustration between the Marine players and some of their discipline was lacking. Like this Rebel going around the pillar instead of going with Lagomos. I think, I mean, that could be indicative of a bit of rage, a bit of dissatisfaction with each other as team players. So I think the best thing to do is just call it quits, go into your alien game and focus.
Also, it looks like they are quite not happy with the pings, but that's the server they chose. They will probably switch it up for the next map, but we're still in need of one more round in here whenever this finishes.
Oh, out comes the GL.
There we go.
Yeah, so Caltech actually went Lurk again, I guess, for the Umbra, but just Umbra doesn't do anything against GLs.
That's true.
It just absorbs, you know, every third grenade.
Oh, does it? I don't think
No,
so.
I'm joking. That would be so OP. Do not get any ideas, UWE.
Oh man, that would be... But anyway, like, 2 grenades kill you anyway, right? I mean, if you are Lurk or Fate, it doesn't really matter. Alright, this is it. This should be it. Where's that second on us?
Station under attack.
Oh,
There we
Ace is
go.
dead. Oh, they GG'd. Okay, cool.
So I like almost first kinda expected that. Alright. Interestingly, I'm looking at the accuracy here, and it seems like the Marines are kinda on par with, like, you know, player damage and stuff. However, there is a big difference between the kills, between the actual kills.
Yeah, so if you look at the structure damage of the aliens, Ace 43,000 in 19 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. And if you look at the RT graph, after 5 minutes, the Marines just basically went down to 3 RTs and then struggled, and that's part and parcel due to the lack of pressure. If you look, the aliens didn't lose a single res node. And that's because the Marines were so cautious and slow at building up play. And the problems they had was that their solo play, while they were split all over the map and was getting a lot of map information, they weren't controlling the map. They lost a lot of engagements early, and some of the pressure they were doing was really ineffectual. They didn't kill enough skulks, they didn't do enough damage to the life forms to force them back to heal or to get mopped up by a rotator. And so when that happens, the aliens res just spirals out of control. You get the Lerks up, you get the 3 shells nice and early, the crags on every RT. I mean, at some point you just need to think, fuck, like we've just handed them all this map control.
Right, so what about the cracks? Like, if you saw that aliens didn't decide to like abandon them in face of Marines not actually pushing, they still kept up on it. Do you think that actually made some difference, or nothing at all at this case?
So I think the crags, they make a difference in that skulks get healed up during the fight and at the end of the fight when they have carapace level 3. That's actually really strong. And I think that it really did benefit the aliens. And you could tell the aliens were sitting back and being really slow because they wanted those crags up. Which is clever. It's basically like how some teams go gorge and the aliens split up and parasite and just get the information because they want to protect that gorge. And that's what they were doing, but instead of the gorge, for crags. And it was really clever, it was really good. And it gives Lerks a lot of power because they can go further on the map, because the crag means that there's more effective HP on all the targets as it's healing when things are being damaged. So it takes longer to kill the RTs, longer to kill the Sis, longer to kill the Crags, giving more time for the Lerks to rotate. This means Lerks can go further away from their structures and do more damage to the Marines who are killing the res biters. So the Lerks become super strong as well.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, max-min build, right? Like, you get a carapace for your life forms and whatever, and you get a cracks on top of it, so I don't know, are the teams actually used to this? Like, going, you know, what was it actually? Let me double check. They went armor 1 first, so they didn't have weapons 1 until like 5 minutes, 18 seconds. So they had no damage output on that. I don't think they could have taken it even if they tried.
Yeah, and I think the problem with that was the Marines were also going really slow play. And what you're basically doing there is when both teams go slow play, the sorry, I was just reading chat. The emphasis of the game is placed much more on the frags of each team rather than the structure damage that you're doing, because at the end of the day, if both teams are playing slow and they're all spread out across the map, if one team loses one side, they're massively exposed, and then you've got to over-rotate, and you might lose a resource tower. And then when that happens, particularly when aliens win, aliens get in the position where their cysts mature, so they have more HP, and their resource towers mature, so they have more HP, which means it's harder to kill them later on.
Yeah.
So not only are the Marines set back further because they have to re-rotate and then recap and then take back the ground they lost, the aliens are just getting stronger.
Alrighty, so any expectation of a round 2 here?
I don't know these teams, so it'd be hard to comment.
Okay, alright, let's go for a round 2 then. We will see for ourselves. Alright guys, welcome to the round 2 between Funny Bubbles and Flightless Lerks. Aliens spawning in shipping, this time Funny Bubbles. And for a change, we've got Marines in warehouse instead of server room.
Okay, so he dropped a Crag and a Drifter in base with no sys and went Crag Hive. I don't know what's happening.
He might want to move that Crag on one of the sides when they actually know what's happening. I told you, Funny Bubbles play slow games. They don't take the rest. They don't mind letting Marines, you know, push through to their naturals. And what they want to do, they want to crash and they want to respite heavily. However, it's kind of failing here in our processing. Reknet and Job were able to defend against 3 Skulks. And now it's only Lagomos in the repair room. Rebel in ET. And Marines are happily building. Server room platform is done, and now our processing is done. So yeah.
Ooh, they expanded logistics with a warehouse marine start. That's really interesting, because I wouldn't have done that. I would have said the strong expansion route is towards observation and elevator, because it takes so long to get to observation with a warehouse spawn.
Arrows, just really bad engagement right here in the repair room. All those Skulksmen there, one by one, easily cleared. Now Lagomos sitting with 10 HP on a pillar there, Job with 100. Should be able to take him down with 2 bullets as soon as he shows up. On the other hand, we've got Delta trying to parasite in a hub.
I just want to say, it took about 3 minutes 30 for the Funny Babblers to get 5 RTs last round.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought they had really good positions there. If they had won that, then they would have had so much map control and all the res.
Yeah, now Skulks are spilling into the server room. There's Delta on North Tunnels.
So what I'd really like to see is Reknet, like, pushing. He knows there are 3 Skulks on that side of the map, and he knows a couple of them died about 15 seconds ago. He could get a lot of map control, but now he's...
Nice, so the Skulks have been cleared. No RTs went down, even though it's 27% on server room. So, you know what, I'm telling you right now, I played some matches against Funny Bubbles, I saw some matches, and they are losing right now, because they really depend on that resbiting and very aggressive play, even base rushes and stuff, and they are happy to sit on 2 RTs for the whole game, or like, whole early game to be precise. But that's not what's happening right now. Marines are holding their ground, pretty easily clearing the Skulks, and there's not much else to say right now. Could maybe watch some of the Marines in first person.
I really like this zoning, but Job needed to cross over to mezzanine as soon as that guy died, as soon as Aquas died in elevator.
But Delta is not going anywhere. He's gonna take the fight. So Job actually got lucky there. Pretty easy.
But the problem was Ace was forced to go surfer him because he knew a Skulk was lead.
Oh yeah, okay, I see.
That just kind of increases the time where he's not doing anything essentially on the map.
You are right.
And again, now this hub guy and the elevator guy dies, and they're leaking Skulks up through to server room, which is it's not the best of things, because Skulks can dance around those 3 RTs so easily. Then you need to commit Marines up there, which leaves gaps in hub and North Tunnels and all processing.
It's a blessing for aliens. They really need to start taking those RTs down. Getting far behind.
This fight in Mez is really important now. And the Marines win it.
We still get 3 Skulks around here on Mezzanine and Hub. Logi has been saved, there is a crack on it, and now aliens are expanding to observation.
like that by IDD QD. Really great play.
He's just sneak past. I was watching the other side.
And now Delta's leached through. That was important by Ace. If he had lost that, it just would have been sent back like the last 30 seconds, just having to recap platform and server over and over again.
Yeah, but look at him. He's using the flashlight on the weapon for some reason, giving his position away.
Oh, he is parasited.
Yeah, of course, right now, but beforehand. Right. Engagement in repair, Lurk.
A hell of a lot of med packs was spent.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
They can afford it now. You get 2 Marines in the repair room, completely stopping one side. So this is quite interesting. So Marines are heavily winning the RT game. Only 2 RTs went down throughout the whole game. They are also better on team kills. Yeah, the bounty, like these engagements, I'm seeing one skull coming from behind, but the other skull that's in front doesn't react, so he doesn't go for the fight. And bounty is just spiking from afar. Didn't want to go for engagement. Now he's there alone and he gets heavily damaged by 2 Marines.
Oh, no, no, no. I liked that. I thought Jope went back to hub to push the lifeforms into repair, and then Caltac would trap them from ore. But instead they split up, and now Ace goes down, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jope goes down, and then Caltac, all one by one.
Oh well, that's the job. Now Caltac has a support from Reknet, so he should be fine for now.
The Marines are doing a really good job at maintaining these 5 or 6 RTs.
Yeah, look at it. Weapons 2 in 7 minutes, phase gates are coming up, shotguns are done. They are so ready for the fates, but the fates are still pretty far away. It's gonna be a couple minutes on 3 RTs.
That's where the game will be decided, by the way. If the fades can hang on.
Yeah. I mean, so far it looks like a clean game. Flightless Lerks are easily killing everything.
Oh!
Wow. Bounty.
Oh my god, that scared me.
Alright, so phase tech is done, weapons 2 are done. Marines on 7 RTs now. Wow, that's pretty incredible on Tram, isn't it? I mean... I'm looking at the positioning here. There's a phase gate coming up in a hub. Rebel might get through that vent, but there's many aliens tied up in logistics as there's 2 shotgunners. And they can't really afford to lose that rest. It's a double pressure. There's another Marine, Reknet, trying to take care of observation. He's pretty low. No armor on him. There was some other guy who died. I left a shotgun.
Rebel ran through hub and Jope just took him out. I mean, when you're this far behind, you need to get behind those lines and bite the res. I don't know why he tried to go through hub when he came from elevator. And now they're finding themselves, you know, being trapped closer and closer in, and all this res is just ticking out, isn't it? I mean, look at this weapons 3 on the way.
Those 7 RTs are crazy. It's just unbelievable. You can outmat anything while still getting the upgrades and stuff.
I really hope these Lerks finish South Tunnels and observation. I really hope they don't go back to logistics.
But don't you think the phase gate in logistics is something you need to take care of? You can't just let it be?
I think you can if you have both your Lerks still alive and your fades.
Okay.
I think because at the moment they're almost, you know, it's 50-50 whether they win or lose Logi, okay? But if they go for Logi, it's 100% that they lose observation. If
Ah, I
they
see.
split like this, with the life forms attacking both, then they're not going to win either, unless they're incredibly lucky.
Alright, now they could actually expand to elevator try. There's Vostok on the PG in a hub. PG is halfway down. Vostok is gonna die there. But Rebel finally got through and is resbiting. Took down platform, now working on server room. So aliens are not giving up just yet. However, they are on 2 RTs and this is getting harder and harder for them. Look at the teamers though, they are floating 90 res. Can't really do anything. I guess they are preparing for expansion, if that could
What they
help
could probably
them.
do with is a shift and a whip in shipping, because these shotgunners is just going to push through from Logi and trap
Oh,
that
and the
lurk.
Lurk dice, yeah.
Exactly. And they really need the Fade back in the hive.
There's another Lurk down. The Fate is getting pretty low there.
Oh! And that's game. Right there. That was a great push.
Alright, so that should be all she wrote. Still 100 res. Floating.
What's he gonna do? Drop LE and repair?
Yeah, drop LA, drop server room, you know, something. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. I know they... I mean, I think they know it's over. You get 5 marines in here. It's nothing, no one is alive. There's egg lock going on. No commander, people leaving, and that's GG. So we are gonna be switching servers after this, while Flightless Lerks see that quite comfortably. They took 2 rounds of funny bobbers.
Yeah, well, when you're hitting 27-25% accuracy, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we need to count in the pings, of course. That's something that makes a difference. So we will see if it's gonna be 2 wins for funny bobblers when we go to the European server or Russian server.
I feel a bit sorry for the Russians because I think out of Tram and Biodome, I'd much rather have that low ping advantage on Tram because Biodome's probably just going to be. I mean, I'm saying this from a Div 1 perspective, but Biodome's probably just going to be Marine wins.
Yeah.
It's gonna, or if it's more alien favored at this level,
Probably,
you
yeah,
know,
that's...
it's probably both going to be, you know, it's going to be both the same race that wins, just because of the symmetry of the map and.
Alright, I'm gonna see what's up and where we are moving. Let me see. I'm gonna ask for it. Alright, so this is quite interesting. How much do you think the low ping actually played a role in here? Or was it just, did you see the gameplay, like the, you know, positioning and teamwork and game sense, and would it make a difference?
I think it always makes a difference. I think it always however small, it does make a difference. And I think it's really difficult for alien play when you have a high ping because you get shot around corners and it's just more difficult to time your engagements and time your exit routes because just you never know how far around a corner you actually need to be before you're safe. But that game, with Funny Bubbler's alien play, it probably didn't affect them that much. The Lerks died on the Hive push, the Fade died on the Hive push, and that was simply because the Fade was out of position, wasn't anywhere close to help, and there were no skulks, no melee to stop the Hive push and destroying the Lerks. But I would say that I would prefer low ping on Tram as opposed to Biodome.
Okay. Okay, looks like we're gonna be playing on Russian server. I'm not really sure why these teams don't choose something like East Coast and then European server. Why do they have to go for a home servers like Dallas and Russian server? It seems kind of strange to me. Of course, it's up to them what they want to do. If they feel that's what
I
they want
think
to.
if you're playing different maps, you should probably have a server which is equal. I mean, when you're Russia or America, I think you probably have an easier time to be able to select a server that has equal pings. Whereas, you know, EU America, you've got the Atlantic, and there are no servers in the Atlantic to have equal pings. Unless you both play something like Australia, which Americans probably have a tiny advantage, but you'll both have like 300 ping.
You don't want to play that game on 300 ping. I don't think it works
No.
even.
It's completely different.
Everything breaks. Alright, so Biodome. Any thoughts?
Okay, sorry, can you just look at your
said-
messages?
What? Oh, okay, hold on. It's nothing special.
Okay. So Biodome, pretty symmetrical map, big open rooms, big open corridors. Quite difficult for Marines to actually rotate, but you can, you know, you got such long lines of sights that you can get map info really well. Ambushing's really difficult because although there are really high ceilings and a lot of things to check, if you're hiding on the high ceiling, you got such a long time and distance to drop down that Marines often hear you falling. It would be interesting if they'd go Shade Hive or something to try and counter that, or if they'll just go Crags and the Naturals and things and try and defend it from that. But from my experience, it's always been a Marine map, particularly where the Fools relocate, can be super strong and really difficult to break. With these teams, I'm kind of expecting at least a 3-1, maybe a 4-0.
Alright, are we taking into consideration that we didn't see that much Marine pressure last time and you actually need to kind of pressure here? As in, I mean, of course you need to...
I think it's
could use a pressure on any map, but like...
I think it's harder not to pressure on this map because of it's the wheel shape.
Yeah, just flows natural, I guess.
Yeah, you can't. But like I said, it's harder to rotate between res nodes, so it's harder to play cautious and then re-rotate when one of your lanes dies. You need to instead of doing that, when one lane dies, you need to pressure on the other side of the map. So that's the difference between Tram and Biodome. I think if who are they? Funny about Bubblers. I think if they do this cautious Marine play and it's slow across the map, they're gonna have a really bad time.
Alright, well, let's see what's gonna happen. So, we are getting ready. There was one crash. Actually... don't have any raids in here. Nope.
I do think this map will be really good, though, for Funny Bubblers' slow alien play. I think they were unfortunate that it was a Marine North spawn, and so it can be really difficult to res bite, and you get trapped really easy, and it's difficult to break through the lanes on, especially when Marines are sitting on 5 RTs from ore to mezzanine. It can be really difficult to break through and do some economic damage. But on Biodome, it should be a lot easier for them to get around and about to res bite So
Yeah,
with the
makes
crags,
sense.
the early crags on Agri Labs, and maybe filtration, although they'll probably just go, one RT to begin with. I think, the game could be drastically different.
Alright, let's stop the speculation. So how are you? How has been your game time? I saw you playing Counter-Strike.
I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike. It's a really fun game, actually. I'm getting into it a lot.
Yeah, I'm watching like every chance I get, but I'm not playing myself. I don't have much time to play PCWs and Counter-Strike. I actually been playing Rocket League. That's my...
Spring plays a lot of Rocket League. Spring's really good at Rocket League. It's a bit weird. I
We
can't
are-
get the hang of it at all.
Yeah, we are getting slowly there. Like I get some Czech friends we are playing with, and we're getting better and better. I can actually fly now and hit the ball. So
You can do
that's-
aerials.
Yeah, I can
I
do.
always missed.
It's all about. And you know what? Like people don't believe me. I play on keyboard,
Oh my god.
and I'm still as good or better than some of my friends who are many more hours in Rocket League, and they just.
Do you choose not to use a controller, or do you just not have one?
Yes, I have one. I choose not to use it because I never used a controller in my life. So
Why
I
do you
feel
have
like
one, then?
so because I bought it to use it as a controller for like video stuff, and I don't use it for gaming. The
Okay.
thing is, I never played in my life on a controller. So what's going on there is, when I pick it up, I think I'm gonna break my thumbs, and I'm completely like 3-year-old child trying to write a poem, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, so either I would need to learn it and get like used to it, or I don't know.
And
I've been
then-
playing first-person shooters since I was little. So WASD is like that's my jam. All right.
Oh
let's
yeah,
go.
no, I was talking about Rocket League. Yeah, God, I wouldn't play CS:GO with.
Of course,
a
Rocket
controller.
League. Of course, Rocket League. I'm talking about Rocket League.
Oh yeah. You play Rocket League with a keyboard.
Yes, and mouse. Well, mouse, not moving, just buttons.
That's weird. That is so weird.
Yes,
I don't know
it
how
is.
you manage.
Like people say, like you can't do the analogy thingy when you just move for a little bit. I'm like, okay, like I'm used to it. I guess I'll probably have to switch eventually. But you know what? I was thinking if I might actually buy a Steam controller.
Okay. I don't
Because-
get Steam controllers. I don't understand.
People told me it's really weird. Either from both camps, people who never used it before, and people who use it all the time, and controllers overall generally. So both of those, it takes them like 5 to 25 hours to get used to it. And when they do, most of the people say, "Oh, I get it. Can you explain it to me?" No, I can't. You just have to use it. So it's one of those things. So we will see. I'm willing to spring some cash for it, but probably after Christmas. And
I might
maybe I'll
go.
try
I
to
might go into a
level.
shop and try it. You know when they have those like what are they called? Like demos. They have demos, and
Ah.
you can like play Xbox and stuff and see
You think
what
you think
if you
they
like the game.
they have Steam controller in shops?
Maybe. You know, I mean, I live in London, so there's a
Probably.
lot of
Yeah.
places that might have it.
I was thinking I could borrow one from a friend, but none of my friends actually bought it who said they would. But yeah. They are all buying Hotas for hundreds of dollars to play Elite and games like that. And right, so actually we are having a problem with one of the players. His game is crashing.
So, what are you up to later tonight, Vindaloo?
I'm actually gonna play Rocket League. Yeah, I think actually where are my friends? They're offline. What the hell? Oh, actually, no. What? It's actually early. I've got so confused because I've been playing NS2 the whole afternoon, so I'm thinking it's like midnight right now. That's not true at all.
Oh my god.
It's 8 o'clock, so Tom Mandatory starts. So I'm not gonna play that. But I think 9 o'clock we got PCW, so I'm just gonna stream that, and then that's Rocket League.
PCW.
No, PCW normal Vista like
NS2.
NS2, yeah. And then later, like 11 o'clock, I'll play a couple hours of Rocket League with friends. Yeah. That's my plan. I did all the home chores, so I don't I'm kind of free.
You done your ironing? You done your washing?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I wash my clothes, you know, hang them up, all the good things.
I'm gonna go to the pub after this.
On Sunday, do you work Monday?
Not this Monday actually. This Monday I have a day off, which is quite nice.
Ah, that's nice, yeah. I love to go to pubs on Sunday when I was still in a college or university, whatever. It was quite nice. All right, next round. No. Let's not be hasty.
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't want to start on time.
Well, is it true that actually your pubs are closing in like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or something? You can't get a drink afterwards.
You can't get a drink in quite a lot of pubs. You can't get a drink like after 11, and then they close at 12. But like they're like the classic British pubs. There are lots of pubs but there are lots of bars obviously which like stay open until late.
Oh, okay. So he's crashing, so they're just gonna get someone else? Okay. And you know what? We got over 30 people watching now. That's not bad for Division 3.
Yep. 10 people for each division. Yeah.
No. Actually, I'm I'm quite yeah, doing the math. Yeah, they make it. Like lately, it seems we are actually having new players. Was there a sale or something? Because I've seen so many green rookies on the servers.
It's hard to say. There's so many sales.
I didn't really follow through, so probably.
Oh, I remember my first match was in Division 3. Good times.
You started Division 3?
Mm-hmm.
I think I started Division 1 or something like that in On Fire.
Who was the commander back then? Smaragor, or was it?
I think Smaragor, yeah. It was Smaragor for 1 year or something like that. Then.
Who actually made the team? Total Dang?
Yeah, Total Dang, Smaragor, and a couple other people.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
And then he kinda rage quit or something, so I took over, and I think like since the month
Rage quit or mutiny?
I don't really remember. Since like month 2 or 3, I was the daddy of On Fire, being the captain, you know. That was such a strange team. He had so many good players, and some of the players like Onzer went higher to play better. And we always lacked one thing. We never had that leader, you know, who could like people look up for, like that one really good player, or someone who is respected and that people follow.
Well, it's weird because you went through a period of just like you never had like 2 really good players, and yet you've had many really good players in your team. For like for example, Zero Master.
Yeah, that's the problem. We had the players, but we didn't have anyone to lead them, so everyone would do whatever they want. The teamwork was really shitty at times. And what happened there, since we lost Smaragor, we didn't have a proper commander since then, like except Blind, but Blind was with us for like what, 1 month. That was best times. With Blind, that was easy. We respected him. Everyone listened to him. That was so easy. Why did you have to leave Blind? Why? Oh man, he was the best. Anyway, so yeah, it was quite interesting team, you know. And there is a funny story. I don't know if I can say it, but Zero Master, he told us before we dissolved 3 weeks later that he was never listening to anyone. He was just doing what he thought was right. Like never, ever. Sometimes it like coincide with with the plan or with everyone else. But like, what? Couldn't you tell us beforehand? And we would just put you on offline, you know, like you could do whatever you want, and you would teamwork with the rest of the people. Like we would make, we would make, yeah, we would make a, yeah, we would make a get right out of you. No, but actually, he was good enough to actually see what's happening and stuff. So he did great, of course. But we could use it like as an advantage, not as a disadvantage we didn't know about. But yeah, funny times, too many personalities. It's kinda hard to do stuff, but yeah. But great times. I mean, we had so many good games, especially whenever everyone was focusing, when we were actually playing officials. That was the best. Now, did we start actually Division 2 maybe? Because I think we were fighting the Flash or whatever they were called at the time.
Oh, Flash with Kudos? Kodos?
I can't remember.
And the super team.
Yeah, the super team that we beat in the finals completely stomped to the ground.
Yeah. I think I was part of On Fire during that.
Yeah, maybe. That was fun.
Oh, that was so good. And then they disbanded after that.
Yeah. And we actually...
Cotros!
Yeah, Cotros, yeah. That season, I think the On Fire disbanded like 3 teams. Like, we killed and stomped so many teams at the time in Division 2 that...
So you're the reason NS2 is dying?
Yeah, probably. We started it all. It was the spark. Ah, yeah. Reminiscing about old times. Come on, let's go. Let's start the game.
I really hope we get to see some crazy strats, like maybe fast sentries.
That's not gonna happen, I don't think so. Hey, maybe we are actually finally starting. Alright guys, welcome to the round 3. And I don't have a team names in here. Something is not working right. Maybe the NSL thingy isn't working. Oh shit, I'll try to take care of it later. So we got Flightless spawning as aliens, and it's like a crush into seeding, but that execution wasn't very well. 3 of the skulks dying there. Now Bounty and Aqua.
Oh, great.
Oh,
It's
actually
good
he
enough.
wanted, yeah. If Aqua would die, this would be
That would be
maybe
terrible.
asking for a re, you know.
But the fact that he didn't meant that the 3 skulks who did die, their deaths didn't really matter that much.
Yep. Right,
Now
now
see a
they're
fast gorge. This is interesting. Look at this. They got a tunnel on 1 RT, and then he's probably going to go to Hydra and get the other tunnel.
that's very interesting.
I love this. Cowtech is on his own, just protecting this gorge tunnel. I hope his ambush is successful. If it is, then they're gonna have such a great time.
Is he gonna show? Oh shit, he's showing. Okay. So knows about him. He got chipped. On the other hand, we got... Oh! The tunnel is actually between Agrolabs and Filtration. Wow, IDDQD is gonna scout that. Oh, look at Bounty. Can he take all 3 skulks there? They didn't know about him just a second ago. Takes 1. And takes 2. And almost takes 3.
Oh,
Saved.
see, Cowtech lets Alum go through. But with these clogs up and a crag on it, it's gonna be
Very hard to do anything, yeah.
yeah. The gorge and the skulk alone.
I'll actually
might
show
go
you
to
guys in
this.
the first person there. Like, if you can look at the clock wall there, it's really hard to get towards the RT. Alright, so Marines are getting on 5 RTs, the 5th one is being built in a Hydro, aliens are on 3, of course, both of the naturals are covered, and shells are coming up, so of course it's a Craig Hive, and Armor 1 finally coming up. Interestingly, we have 2 infantry portals, expecting Marines to die a lot.
Oh, he put the tunnel in aggro. Okay. I mean, I guess I don't want to be too greedy, that's fair enough. And the Lurk Pires is up.
Yep.
And with this close infiltration, that they're going to be able to defend both those RTs really easy with Lurks.
Alright, so Delta coming from behind there. I'm gonna check his first person if he can get in there.
What I'd really like to see now is the Skulks go into a 2-1 split. One of them ambushing one side, and 2 of them grouping up and crushing Res on the other side.
No, it was a nice ambush on the gorge though in the meantime. Delta coming from behind, Elm pushing. And they might actually be able to clear up Acrolabs here, at least the tunnel. That should be quite possible. The Lerk is trying to heal on a crack infiltration. Where is the other Lerk? Caltech? Going Lerk? No. Maybe.
So they're trying to split their defense here, and it looks like the Marines win it.
Yeah.
Marines.
You know why? Because they split on the Marines. They didn't try to get one of them and then the other. So they split the damage between the 2 Marines and they were able to survive. It's still lots of medpacks though. Like even right now. So many medpacks. Still going strong. Finally gets cleaned. Not on 6 RTs, I mean, I would probably medpack too, right?
That's a nice play by the aliens. It was really good. One Scott came around the one way, the other came the other way, and you know, 2 angles really difficult to hold as a Marine.
Yeah, but there's no res biting whatsoever going on right now, so that's something that needs to be changed. It looks like the right side is gonna be the one that's gonna get hit, while Delta and IDDQ are gonna try to defend seeding coming up in here. Let's look at the first person view.
I think seeding is such a difficult RT to res by. I think they're much better off leaving one squad to Parasite and the other to just go Fools or sneak through to Canopy or something.
I haven't seen the Skulks in Falls for some time. I don't even think they know there's RT in there.
It looks like it's part of their game plan, is just to avoid Fools at all costs. And, I think that's a bad idea, particularly to choose seeding over Fools when attacking.
Alright, looks like at least the Marines on the left side has been cleared. Monte is holding Falls, so he might actually get an ambush on Ike here. I don't know if he saw him. I don't think he did. Ah, there we go.
That was really nice.
Yeah, nice pick off. How is he gonna finish him? Alright, there we go. Like wondering when he was... Okay, there was pillars in there. So the 2 Lerks are actually converging on him.
Crucial one-on-one in Hydro. And that's the thing, like those one-on-ones can really make a huge difference for the aliens.
So many medpacks on those Marines. Alright, so Falls... Is it gonna get cleared? No, not just yet. Interestingly, Lagom deciding to switch for a Pistol while he didn't do any damage whatsoever to the Lerk. Alright. Look at that ambush preparing or whatever that is in Agrolab, just sitting there, not doing anything. Alright, now helping in Delta, in Falls, killing Delta. Monty gonna get picked up from behind too. And there we go, that's the whole left side and the middle cleared up.
And look, everyone's spawning. Yep. It's a big problem, that's a big setback for the Marine team now.
Yeah, that left side is looking really bad. Lagomos is gonna try to get in there, but there's still Lerk trying to help the Skulks. They will be easily finishing the Canopy. Elm is there for ambush, but everyone is on full health. I don't think he can do anything.
And this is a really bad time to go down to 2 RTs, actually. Like, 2 RTs or 3 RTs is basically a critical point for the Marines where they really need to start picking up their game. Ace, if Ace gets this ambush...
Wasn't he healing? Didn't they hear him?
I think
Okay.
maybe he should have gone for the Parasites and Gun Gallery. But basically, yeah, when Marines get down to this critical mass at 2 or 3 RTs, the aliens can take so much map control if they just group up and keep crushing one side after the other.
And not only that, the Fates should be coming any second now. And when the Fates pop, it's gonna be so much harder for Marines to get onto the field again. Of course, it depends on the engagements, but...
Well, I'd hope they would stick together at least, because now's the point where if the aliens stick together, they can just go through the entire map.
Now look at that phase gate coming up in the falls. That's gonna help them get on the field again. Get 2 fades up, Ike and Aqua.
So this 1-on-1 in Hydro is really important. It's going to stop all the res capping on the right hand side. Unless Ike doesn't manage to kill him.
Yeah, but there's a second fade coming in. There's no medpacks on the Marine, so he's just gonna die. No armor either.
Did he crash?
What?
No.
I'm
I'm
fine.
red plugging.
It sometimes happens some red plugs with me on Russian servers. I don't know why. Oh, that Lerk. Brave one.
So the Lerks are split and the Fades are split. I don't know if this is part of their plan to go with like one of each across the map. I don't think it's a really good idea because, particularly when shotguns are up, Fades being the only melee in an engagement can be quite a bad idea because they're relatively big and they're so much easier to focus down when they're the only melee life form.
But it looks like it doesn't really matter right now. The platform is safe now. Looks like ADDQ might actually die in here. Margot spiking strong. So does it seem like the Marines are running one by one on the map right now? Just getting picked off?
I don't know, I've crashed.
Ah, you crashed. Oh, okay. It looks like really. Alright, Delta in Hydro, gonna try to rebuild, maybe try to trap, but we've got aliens, 2 fates slowly converging towards the falls, killing the Marines one by one. Now a little bit of damage done to them, so I need to slow down, maybe heal. In a platform, Hive just dropped with all the goodies close to it. There's that crack, and there's a Gorge, gonna heal it up. It's a Commander Gorge again. Saving for the rest while being out of the Hive at the early game. And final weapons 2 are coming up, so that's gonna help a little. Marines could use another position on the map, say Agrilabs all filtration for the second PG. So far, they're splitting again. The Elm could die in Agri right now. I know the Marines try to go back to defend false PG, which actually went down. It was only 2 Marines coming back and not fast enough. And Lagamos is also trying to come back. He was the one putting pressure on filtration, but now gonna try to trap. But that Lerk is a full health and is gonna be able to deal with him. Alright. New blueprint, or at least Marines are trying in false. However, there's 2 fates almost fully healed. Oh, actually, not really. Ike gets 2 meat shots from Bounty and Delta finishes him off from the side here. He jumps right into his shotgun for some reason. Not going away, but towards him. That's interesting. So fade down in the falls and the PG is back up. However, seeding is being lost. There's gonna be a fade helping Ace bite this. Oh, the fade is pretty low. Wow, the fade could die here. First IDDQD, is he gonna take him? There we go. That's a second fade down. Easy peasy. That would have been tragedy if IDDQ didn't kill him with 10 HP. Alright, so Marines decide to pressure now. There's no Fates on the field. Two Marines in Agrolabs, one shotgun, two shotguns actually, and there's the second phase gate coming up. The Lerks can't do these close engagements. I need to spike from the side. While Elm is trying to defend the left side canopy, taking the Skulk down. I'm gonna check on platform hive. There we go. So Marines are kinda stabilizing now, but they still need the rest. They have around 4 RTs right now. They could, if they survived actually. The Skulk is low, but... Okay, there we go. The Skulk goes down. Oh, the Lurk is pretty low. He could go down too. Okay, IDDQ misses his second shot. So, reception, that's the next position. If they can... I mean, reception, what am I talking about? Agrolabs. If they can take it, it's gonna be all fine for the Marines. Still back into the game. And the Fates are down. Easy peasy. I'm gonna check here. We got 31 res on Ace, 32, actually 38 res on Ace, 32 res on Caltech, 29 on Margot. So, new Fates could be coming, but I think they will probably try to save for Onasis. The Ace could go Fade, but I'm feeling Onas from him. This is gonna be a hard time fighting against shotguns without Fates. However, as I say this, there's somewhat a nice cleanup in Agrolabs. So, what's up with you, Wop? Are you coming back?
NS2 is checking game data.
Alright.
Trying to load into the server.
Oh, that Lurk is low. Die! No, or don't. Actually, I don't know. I don't favor any of these teams. It just would be nice to see. Alrighty, so Marines are on 5 RTs. Still didn't take Agrolabs, then instead they took Hydro on behind this. Elm is still holding in canopy here. If he actually pushed into bamboo, he could take the Lurk down that was retrieving. Shotgun in a play. Oh wow, Caltech gets face shot. It needs to get out immediately. And Marines are holding for now. Losing seeding in the meantime. And is that an advanced armor and shotguns are up? Yeah, looks like it. There we go. I mean shotguns, grenade launchers. On the other side we got 5 biomass and 2 hives. Lots of... Is that PvE? No. Those are just spotters, so it's a Craig hive and a shift hive. Oh, completely missed this one. Through canopy that was open, but good call there. Can the Lurk survive this? Yes, he can. So the phase gate almost went down in the base, but it didn't in the end. That was a good call from the alien. Nice base rush. I completely missed that. That was really quickly set up. But yeah. Good reaction time on the Marine Commander. Vostok. Using that beacon. Right now, Umbra on the Lerks. Or on the... Actually, Lerks, yeah. Ace on 49 resources, so he's getting close to the Onos. And just rest-biting in the meantime. He actually might be able to finish off Canopy here. That's a nice chop. Wow, he could even take IDDQD here. Don't tell me. Wow, what a Skulk play. Not sure what IDDQD was doing there. He wasn't able to finish him off. Alright, pressure into foes with the Lerks. The Lerks are still kind of staying alive now, so it's okay. And Vop disconnected even from a Skype.
Yeah, I needed to do that. I think my processor was dying.
Okay. Alright, anyway, so Marines do kind of have a control of the right hand side, but they need to recap. There's that blueprint in seeding. However, both of those phase gates are under constant pressure from the aliens. They don't really let Marines get away from them, so I'm wondering if it's actually kinda overcommitment by the Marines, since they are not doing much behind this, just holding the PGs. Also finally a bit of recapping on the right hand side, but I might lose this gate at this point. Where's the rest of the Marines? Are they all spawning? Okay. So Delta build up seeding. He's now gonna go build Hydra. Good spiking there on him. Right, so I got Wob back. Gonna need to Skype to commentate, so go right ahead. What do you see?
Right, so I'm just catching up with the game. So jetpacks are out there, that's really cool. And they've got lots of res for them as well. That's going to make capping a lot easier. With the fades down and Lerks up only, it can be really easy to kill those Lerks with jetpack shotguns. Ace is ready for Onus though, and both the Lerks are quite high P-res as well, so this game could tip either way. Although with a lot of res fighting and Hydra and seeding right now, I'm starting to think aliens are still favorites to win this right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's a tough time, and you don't even actually. Wow, I'm really mistaken. I was about to.
Go for the axe skill! Oh!
I was about to commentate on the P-res of the Marines, but we got Bounty with 69, with 70 res almost, Delta with 66. They can buy jetpacks and shotguns all day long.
Yeah, and I think what they need to do is they need to have one Marine in Canopy, not playing aggro. He needs to like be hiding in Canopy to scout for a base rush, or trap Fools if there's a push.
Oh,
Fools.
that Lerk.
Then they need 2 in Fools to just cover it. They need 1 pushing aggro and peeking it, and they need 1 capping seeding and going Hydra. That gives them a lot of map info, and then it should protect the guy capping Hydra.
Alright, so Delta is the only one without jetpack. He's the one capping in Hydra. Gonna meet a Skulk in there, that could be interesting. And we got 3 jetpackers pushing towards platform. Now they see the Onos. So I need to be careful about it. Delta actually wins the fight, so it's 5 health left. He's gonna be able to build up a Hydra. He needs to take the power first. Still 3 Marine pressure outside platform. Do you think this is wise? Is this the best place to push right now?
Well, as long as Lagomos and Delta don't die, then the 3-man pressure can go anywhere, and the Onus has to respond to it.
Okay. So I guess they are hunting the Onos now, and you are pretty right. There we go. The Onos dies in the platform, and they retrieve. Gonna
That's
wall
smart.
and stuff.
That is smart.
Okay.
What's interesting is these 2 whips in aggro. They're actually really well placed, and that's going to be really frustrating for the Marines to be able to do anything other than push platform.
The Marines are a bit splitting there in platform. They need to be more careful about this. There's a real focus on IDDQD. He's almost down there.
They need to save him. Oh my god.
Ah, there we go. So they get out.
2 skulks in base though.
Yeah, those Skulks went through Hydro, cleared Delta, and went into seeding, took the RT down. Went all the way to the base.
Delta really needs a jetpack of his own just to replenish that armor as well, and so that he can actually recap or do something. But it looks like Lagomos is doing it.
Yep. So Delta is gonna hold that face gate. So these Marines, are they doing any damage whatsoever?
Well, they're holding the life forms up there, which is really important. If the recappers had jetpacks themselves, they'd win every fight versus those Skulks. When they win every fight versus those Skulks, they cap the whole map, and then the game is just all centered around this 3-man jetpack shotgun pressure. Because with weapons too, and jetpacks, those hives can go down so quickly.
No, that's not what's happening. Lagomos dying in a seeding, letting the Skulk do respite there. And Delta is kinda trying to work on aggro, but we got 2 new fates up.
It's like herding sheep. Look at them. They're just all flying around, covering all the angles and pushing the Lerks into each other. Unfortunately, you know, they didn't get the shots that time, but they did such a great job. I'm sure next time they go in, they'll be able to pick one of those life forms.
Yeah, but now you got two more fates in the play, and could make a huge difference there. Oh wow, lots of
Ooh.
damage, and now Delta coming in with this is the grenade launcher. No, it's
It's an
HMG.
HMG.
Oh, nice, but he's alone. What? Don't let him go alone in there. Oh, and Elm is rotating. Wow.
He really needs to focus those Lerks down. So the problem with a four-man pressure like this is that they can keep a Lurk in the hive, just Umbra, and then they can take a Lurk and one other life form and harass either Fools or Res, because one of those will be open.
Delta is doing tons of damage here, but it's not enough to finish any life forms just yet. This fade. Oh, no. No,
I think they're doing it wrong. I think the HMG shouldn't be engaging. I think the HMG should be waiting for the burst of the shotguns and then shooting to knock up any low HP life forms.
Yeah. He now gets cleared. So it's only 2 Marines left there. And aliens decide to push them back. Bounty and IDQ slowly falling back. It's still holding their own. And
Third hive dropped.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what they were doing, you know. That's just a really great thing they've done. I was saying how Fools and Seeding are open with this 4-man pressure, or well, 3-man pressure now. But instead of going for Fools or Seeding, they're just holding the tech point, taking the third tech point. And third hive is virtually impossible to come back on this map as Marines.
Right.
Look at this tunnel going up in Hydro. It's going to link platform.
Ah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And that's the map covered. It's almost a GG. Let's see what the Marines can come up with. I think we got the grenade launcher on Lagomos there. Got 4 jetpacks on the field.
The thing is, when those Lurks die, they're going to pop on us. And
exactly.
I mean, they have jetpacks though. They got a lot of jetpacks. Really, I think what the aliens need to do is just protect that third hive and let that third hive get up whilst harassing Res. They're not really doing any Res harassment right now, which I think might be a bit of a problem, because if these Marines don't die, then... Hang on.
I'm hanging.
So if these Marines don't die, they keep their jetpacks, and it's no big issue, because the onus will melt to jetpacks and...
But they are losing it. Like, if you look at Lagomos and Elm, they lost their jetpacks, they lost their weapons, they are now on 7 and 12 res. That's not enough. Still get Bounty, IDQD and Delta. They could be the pressure team, if need be.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for Exos, and they're going to get Delta and an Exo, which could save them. Again, Exos are really strong, so...
It could. Like, sometimes on the lower level, you see that the teams have no way to respond to the Exos, as in they don't really know how or cannot really coordinate. So sometimes when you get the Exos sitting in a base and one pushing with a couple of Marines, it's enough to win you a game. We'll have to see if they will have enough time for this, because they are losing the rest in Canopy. Might lose Falls immediately after Elm is gonna die there, because they still got 3 Marines sitting in Analysis and doing completely nothing. Like nothing at all.
Yeah, they're gonna lose this Fool's Gate. And I don't think they're gonna trade anything worth it.
I guess those 3 Marines in Analysis, they wanted to like maybe ambush because none of them were parasited, maybe take a fade down. But nothing like that happened, so... Actually, the phase gate survives for now. Still need someone to weld it. And IDEQ is for some reason engaging alone in the Hydra.
He was with Lagomos, but he got...
Oh, was he? Okay, cool. I guess.
But that's 35 Pires lost forever.
Yeah. So the Exos. Delta is Exo now.
Wonder if IDQD is going to go Exo as well. The burst with 2 Exos could be, you know, devastating.
Let's say lethal.
Oh, he is. He's doing it.
Ah, there we go. That fade needs to die right now. There we go. That's a fade down. No one expected that Exo, but that Exo is now alone. Elm decides to build. Okay. Delta is going into false actually, so that's fine.
None of these highs are really exo-friendly though. Platform might be the easiest target, but the problem is they need at least one welder with them. Maybe even two, or a PG.
Oh, now Delta is alone there. Bounty needs to hurry up behind him, but the Lifeforms don't seem they want to engage really. Lerks are they even spiking? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. There it is. And he's solo! Solo! Well, someone needs to weld! Someone needs to weld!
Oh! What a snipe. What a snipe. That's brilliant.
Good job there. Alright, so right now ADDQD and Bounty are exos. So try number 2. Let's see how that's gonna go, but if that's not gonna work, it's over. And you know, those spores are quite strong in comp mode, where you can, you know, shoot them far away from you. You don't have to lay them down.
It's what Lerks need though at this level, because it helps displace shotguns from strong positions.
Right, so IDDQD needs to come back and get some welding.
And look, seeding's been capped, Fools is lost. Yeah. Are they going to go for 4 hives, get 12 biomass? Who knows?
Alright, there we go.
GG.
Yeah, there was not much to do about this. They could actually at least use the exos, you know, for fun. But yeah. Interesting.
I just want to say actually, I think they made a mistake putting 3 Marines into platform. I think what they should have done was go aggro and take that out as soon as possible, because that was the mistake. They left the 3rd tech point open and free for the taking for the aliens, and then with the 3rd hive and all that map control, it's really difficult. If they take aggro and get a PG in there, they can rotate to Fools super easy, so they got protection on Fools if they lose it, or protection on Fools if they even attack it. And then, from aggro, with jetpack shotguns, you just, you know, you got, like, what, 5 RTs? And then you can try and engage lifeforms. If you kill lifeforms, then you suddenly get ahead in the game. If you don't kill lifeforms, then your P-res is ticking up, and you can take pokes at the hives. But leaving aggro open was a mistake, I think.
Okay. Yep. Doesn't work at all. So, NSL mod can't get a connection to the NSL server most of the time anyway. It's kind of bad. So I'm gonna check for the team names if I can get it up. So if you want to talk about stuff, I can go ahead. Oh, and I have any rates in here. Okay, that's just stupid. Let me write Artem.
I wonder if, I mean, the Marine play from the American team on Tram was quite impressive. Their aim was really good, like 27-25%. So that's, you know, as long as you're positioning yourself relatively well, you can frag most skulks and deny any res piting with that accuracy. I think if they can maintain that on this map, they'll have a good time. Although, because they had a North Spawn Tram on their Marines, it was easy for them to hold 5 RTs. I wonder if that will be the case for this map. I do suspect we'll get a Fool's PG and then probably like a Filtration or Aggro PG at some point, which will basically lock down the 3rd tech point, like I was saying, should have happened last game. And I think the American team probably has the aim to be able to just sensibly rotate around the maps. I mean, Biodome, just like Summit, is not a complicated map. Responses should be quite easy and predictable, and it does basically come down to fragging abilities. So I do predict a 4-0 here now.
Okay. I don't see it any other way, because this was time for funny bubblers to shine, and they didn't show us the Marines. You know, they did good somewhat, but I don't think they picked the right fights, as you said. Maybe shouldn't have gone into platform really, as they did use the resources and everything elsewhere on the map. Because if you look at the... Actually, I don't think you can see it. Maybe you can. If you can check the res graph, they were doing pretty well most of the game. They didn't put much of a pressure on aliens. I think they took like 1 RT the whole game. They lost 19 in those... God damn it, what was it? Yeah, so they're doing quite well. At the time when you disconnected, they had Agrolabs PG, false PG, and they had Capt and Hydrophonic seeded. They focused on the defense of those PGs. The aliens were really coming after them, and they always sent 1 Skulk through, and that 1 Skulk was enough to take Hydra and seeding down and slow the Marines a bit. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw quite a few one-on-ones lost in Hydra and seeding, which always sets back Marines. Like it's probably the single most influential factor in games is when a Skulk wins a one-on-one when res biting.
Yeah. So what the aliens did was just kind of sit comfortably back on platform and Atmo, and they just, you know, grabbed the PRS. PRS, and that was it. Alright, so let's hope we're gonna start soon.
What I thought was really interesting as well was that the Russian team didn't really put any emphasis on the alien naturals. They were more concerned about just holding all the tech points, and I think that's like a common mistake on public games as well, where like people just
Now hold on. Are you talking this biodome? They took other labs, or what do you mean?
They capped platform fools and Hydra. And got 6 RTs from that.
Oh, okay.
And what I'm trying to say is it's like a common thing public people do. And it's so difficult to hold that width on that map. It's much better, in my opinion, to concede one of the side points so that you can cap one of the alien naturals. And then it's so much easier for you to get the map information to be able to make the right decisions, to be able to control 6 RTs or 5 RTs. And then you get so much more out of that game. What we saw happened was they tried to defend platform fools and Hydro. They lost platform, and the aliens actually took it, whilst the Marines were also having res biting issues on Hydra and seeding. And then, slowly, Agri was taken back when the fades came up, and then all of a sudden the aliens are on 4 RTs, 2 tech points, a lot of P-res, and P-res counting quickly, and then they got Hydra.
Yep. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen in this last round then. Alright, welcome guys to the round 4 between Funny Bubblers and Flightless Lerks. Flightless Lerks starting as Marines this time. We don't need to talk about the spawns, they are always the same on this map. Aliens north, Marines south. And is that a crush towards Canopy? I see at least 4 or 5 Skulks coming this way. Oh, Reknet is actually in pretty good position. Takes 1, chips the second, but 2 Skulks still full health. Ika is there waiting for them. Not connecting at all though. He's coming to help. Reknet is gonna respawn.
I'm surprised at how slow the Marines and seeding are pushing, actually. They know there was 3 Skulks in Bamboo and 1 dead, which means there can only be 1 out of the Skulk missing. And they're playing so slowly with just 2 Marines.
Now
I think that's a big mistake.
You got 3 Skulks behind them, gonna try to take on Rek again. Who is gonna turn around, but Bounty is gonna get behind. Should be able to take it down. There we go. 1 bite, 2 bites, 3 bites. That's 1 Marine left there, and RT is halfway down. Bounty is gonna keep on respite there, which is nice. Oh, almost taking wreck. But some medpacks being dropped. He survives. There
But
is
they didn't
no
lose either
armor,
canopy
so.
or seeding, so that's really good.
But seeding is gonna go down in the next minute. I can guarantee that. There's no armory. There is no welding. This needs to be down.
Yeah, well, that's another, what, 10 team res?
Yeah,
If it takes a minute.
Anyway, Ace is putting a pressure up infiltration, cleaning infestation here and there. There's a crack coming behind him. That's gonna help in the engagement and both in survivability of that RT. No big problem there.
So
He's
that's
gonna
it.
get cleaned up.
They got the info. 3 Skulks Alley, 1 Skulk platform. Where's the 5th one? Now they need that information so that they can make decisions like cap or pressure.
Oh wow, are those Skulks engaging one by one? Bounty and Elm decide to go through, not help, so that's 2 Skulks dying there. We'll try to finish off seeding here. I mean, now it's low. Okay, there we go. Maybe even take on Ace? No, Bounty is gonna go around, go for Hydra. It's a good decision. He doesn't need to engage right now. However, this leaves rest of the Marines able to push into other labs. Now Delta engaging somehow surviving for very long in falls.
I'm a bit concerned that none of the Marines seem to be worried about bamboo. You know, they're all grouping up on this right hand side of the map.
Yeah, there's at least one
and
scout
no one's
coming
zoning
through.
back.
So
now they're leaving the middle of the map open as well.
oh wow, like
Mike
look,
is in limbo at the moment.
yeah, they
He's not
held
really
him.
covering much.
He's gonna get ambushed hardcore here. He's trying to play it slow.
I think they are looking for the base rush.
Now he was trying to close the hole in the defenses.
Oh, but they are going for it.
Oh,
They are
yeah.
going for the base rush.
Just one IP anyway, so I guess out. He's trying to get a good position, but he turns around, gets some bites down on him. Elm survived. This is so important there to have as many skulks alive as possible, so you
They need
can
to
get the
on the
DPS.
ceiling. One of them needs to get on the command chair.
The commander isn't jumping
Oh,
out
they
just
dropped
yet.
fools. Oh, they're going for a relocate.
Okay, interesting.
Command station
Rec
pending
is
damage.
actually abandoning fools. They're selling the RT and the arms lab. They drop an arms lab in fools. Are they gonna get enough money?
They have enough money for one IP.
Yeah.
Right,
And he
there's that
managed to drop
IP.
it before the CC goes down, which is super important. That's why actually I think it's always best to focus the CC instead of the arms lab, because if you can get the commander,
Oh wow, can he clean this actually? What? Oh, that's so funny. Lerks are up too. Okay, the commander is gonna die, maybe? Yeah. They will be able to finish up reception. However, there's a new base up in the falls.
they need Sis to go to platform right now. They need that Sis chain to start surviving and maturing, because that's where the pressure's going to be coming next, filtration. And the best thing is they got 2 skulks biting the original naturals. That's
Yeah.
so important now. This is going to turn into such a low eco game. I think it's a big mistake to send people into agri labs. They need to come from filtration and attack from filtration.
Yeah, they
But
maybe.
look at this, all the res is going down.
Yeah, they maybe thought that Agri is gonna be, you know, like RT up, so they could do some damage there, but that wasn't the case. Funny babblers always like to play low res games. They don't mind. You see, they are not even assisting out of filtration. They are sitting comfortable on 2 RTs, taking the rest of the Marines completely down. Well, Hydra survives for now. And
They're doing really well. This is amazing. This base rush was so good.
Lagomos could get hit by from behind from Caltech. No, he actually survives in the end.
But remember, all this time, every minute that passes, it's 2 P-res in the aliens bank. I really do wish there was cis chains growing. Now we go to platform. Now, here's what I think is the best thing to do for a relocate is you put 3 Marines on 1 natural like Agri. You put 1 Marine in Bamboo Pass, just blocking everything, and then you get 1 Marine to cap backwards from Hydro. You go Hydro, Seeding, Reception.
Taking the half of the map for them. So they actually have 2 Marines recapping, 2 are holding Agri, 1 building and kinda defending force, I would say, but there's the skull coming from behind. Is he building an observatory? Okay, that would be funny.
But the problem with not having a person in bamboo right now is if the Lerks went reception, or if the Skulks went reception and killed Ace, all of that res is exposed.
Yeah,
And Ace has to go seeding, or maybe even Hydro, kill the Skulk, and then cap all the way back. That's one IP down though. And this base rush is looking really dangerous again. The commander's still in the chair. One person respawns. Only 2 people left alive on the entire
the
field.
Skulks
and
are
Ace
low
is
though.
waiting for a reception drop, I think. And the commander's jumped out. Ace is useless now.
Command station under attack.
Caltech is the only person alive who's useful. Bounty missing a hell of a lot of bites.
Oh, but he still has an armor. He could stay there if he wanted. He still got 28 armor. There's no way for him to leave right now. This could have been over.
If he had regen, he could be staying in there a lot.
Oh, do we have a Karopis Lerks again? Oh, there we go. Yeah. He still had a tons of it. So they are coming again.
Ace is just camping canopy. Like, his commander's dead, and it was the last to die, so he's going to be in such a long spawn queue.
And there we go. This is it. I don't think Ace can kill these Skulks and Lerks. He's gonna try though.
The IPs are down. He's the only marine left, and that is
This
GG.
is it.
That is
So it's gonna
GG.
be 4. Oh wow! So actually, Flightless Lerks, who are who are like one division
3-1.
lower than Funny Bubblers. What?
3-1.
Oh yeah, sorry, 3-1. Anyway, 3-1. What I want to say about the winning of them. Like, I was expecting Funny Bubblers to, take this game, but Flightless Lerks did a really good job. They took 3 rounds away, and so it's 3-1 for Flightless Lerks. So, North American comrades take this time. I mean, win this time.
America wins the Cold War.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, so that base rush was quite excellent. Completely changed the pace of the game there.
Yeah, and I think it was just like that big mistake of sending 2 people Agri Labs and then 2 people Hydroponics, and then leaving 1 person in Fools. They had that whole, just the whole left side was just neglected and abandoned.
Yeah. Oh well. I probably will have PCW shortly, so I'm gonna stream that in about 15 minutes or so. I need a quick break. So I'm gonna finish the stream. Any last words? Wop. Thanks for coming, by the way. It was quite interesting to listen to what you have to say.
It was a good game.
Alright, guys. So this is it. You can probably